Hello, welcome to Friday show today for podcast. Ready to go. There's a lot of news there to go through. I didn't get back, but the All Ireland final. Limerick had a great win there. Going for the five in a row next year. What do you think of that? Great achievement there. Kilkenny were beaten, and that's the way it is. And it was a great match. The referee was very good, John Keenan. I'll have more about that on the Bray People. I'm gonna do a bit about that on the Bray People there. There's a bit of an article there, and I was just going to go through the Irish Independent there to start off my podcast there. The article there that's on it. She wanted someone who understood her grief. She was heartbroken. Sinead O'Connell's sad final day, as according to the Irish Independent there. The move back to London earlier this year was a chance to feel something again. It was in London all these years ago when she was 18 that Sinead O'Connell landed with fire in my belly. She ended her relationship to go to London when she started out. He wanted her to settle down and couldn't understand why she wanted to be a singer. On Wednesday morning, it was in South East London flat that Sinead O'Connor was found unresponsible by the police, and she said nothing compared to you singer was pronounced dead. Her death is not being treated as suspicious. I saw that. It's terrible news. John Creedon, I see, was playing all the songs there. I was listening to it. It was very good. All the music there, all the albums. You can check them out on Spotify. It's a terrible thing, and as I was saying there, I grew up listening to Sinead O'Connor there and the music. It was really sad, and it was reported on Sky News, or reported on all the stations. Her house down in the seafront there, they're sent putting flowers and all out, and it's terrible. It's really sad, and it makes you think about life, doesn't it? It's so precious. It's the way I think myself. And then the other news then on the thing. Mass eviction of Dublin tenants in Tanton House deemed invalid, according to this on the thing. Justin Helen McEntee to unveil a new package of up to 10 million aimed at increasing guarded visibility in Dublin. She's looking to do this after. And then it says two teenager boys charged in relation to attack on American tourists on this tablet street, and three teenage boys now face charges for attacking the tourist Stephen Termaina, who was hospitalised. It's really terrible, the streets in Dublin there, and it's not safe. And I see the entertainment news. Louis Walsh, RT has been a very boring institution. They need to make it fun again. Well, with him putting out of his mouth, I'm sure no one wants to listen to Mr. Louis Walsh. He's a spoiled brat, and I'm sure he has agents as well that's looking and listening. He didn't say anything. He said you should keep Noel Kelly, all these things. Mr. Louis Walsh always has something to say, doesn't he? Yeah, on the entertainment page there on the Independent, check it out. Uh, and then it says TV chef James Martin reveals cancer diagnosis in apology over bullying allegations. And that's on that, and that's on the Irish Independent News there. And then I'll just go through now, be a quick podcast. I was just going to go through the Bray People News. Just says on the front of the paper, crack cocaine now a real problem in Bray, according to this, what it says on the front page. The manager of the Bray Family Resource and Development Project has highlighted a real change in drug use in Bray and said that crack cocaine is emerging and it's a real problem for the town. Niamh Rogan speaking out after the Bray Local Drug and Alcohol Task Force sent a submission to the Citizen Assembly on drug use. And that's on the front page. Task Force has tenacity everywhere to beat drugs. The Bray Drug and Alcohol Task Force hopes its 10-point plan will make impact at Citizens' Assembly on drug use. They have a 10-point plan, I say. Uh, Crack cocaine is a real issue. I was saying that's more on the thing there. And elderly struggling to cope with the daily online task. A new report highlights the barriers faced by elderly as financial services go digital. Swim is rescued from rough seas at the scene at the cove. A multi-agent response took place on Sunday afternoon, June the 23rd, after a man got difficulty while swimming in the cove in Greystones. It's really dangerous here at this time of year swimming, and it's terrible. I wouldn't mind swimming myself. It's a good thing to do. Two-man jailed for their part in submachine gun incident. Jamie Gray from Gray pleaded guilty and was handed 5-year sentence, according to this. A convicted murderer from Dublin and a gambling addict from Wicklow have been jailed for their part in helping to move a submachine gun that was recovered during a Garda operation 3 years ago. Bog Meadow update revealed in public meeting. The Bog Meadow under group presented the results of independent study of the facilities in the Bog Meadow, Enniskerry, at the community and public meeting on Thursday, July the 20th in St Mary's. Leading finding has been obtained by the committee to ensure there was independent engagement with the stakeholders and the findings. N11 speed limit confusion solved. The confusion over the speed limit signs on the south in Kilmechanic since February 2020. The section of the road has been subject to official roadworks. Speed limit of 60 kilometres. This was the extensive road. Locals have become used to this, but confusion arose when the 60 speed limit sign disappeared. The stretch speed, Councillor Derek sought to clarify the new speed limit. He said 100, I think, on the radio there. Board rule, Archers Wood must have a medium building. And Five Loaves new boutique set for grand opening next week. According to this, they have a new building. It'll be opening August the 4th. Mum praises life-changing impact of assistant dog for autistic son. According to this, Arklow mother hails miracle dog for drastic improvement in son's Joseph's quality of life. It's great when you see that. Brady support for official state audit for RTE. Wicklow TD is co-author of bill due before the door. Brady also called to all TDs in County Wicklow to support the bill when it comes to become the Dáil in the autumn. Permission for 179 homes quashed after High Court challenge. That's on there. And then history buffs can step back in time to visit Bray's medieval graveyard. This is the graveyard, the old Connacht graveyard, actually. Local history buffs can mark Heritage Week in August to take the opportunity to explore the old Connacht graveyard at the volunteering of the medieval Bray project. That's according to that. And nice move by Councillor as Chester turns to gravestones. Vicious cats the size of a mini leopard loose in Bray, I see. Post a warning of the stray Bengal cat loose in Bray. New report shows affordable gap for new home buyers. They're meant to be making them more affordable, according to this. Teacher is jailed after sexually exploiting Wicklow schoolgirl if asked for her naked image and said he wanted to take her virginity. And that's fare increase will not hit Wicklow route. Bus parents commercial coach service has encouraged changes to fare structure to offset. So that's good news there for people that are using the fares. And then Kim Mechanic show pictures there of that show that's on every year, a very successful show. There's tractors, there's dog shows. It's a very good show. Your guide to this week's spectacular air show. More than 100,000 people are expected to descend on Bray from County Wicklow's biggest event of the year, which finally returns to a due-day schedule. The thing that I can't get over is it clashes with the All-Ireland football final. Surely, when they were coming up with the thing, although it was planned that they wouldn't clash it again. They clashed last year with the All-Ireland football final. I think they could have had it the following week, or they could have had it on Monday. The plan is there. I don't agree with the planning of it, and that's what I think. The Red Arrows, I think, are in it as well. Red Arrows, full display on Sunday only, and on Saturday there's a calendar there of events there. So, Grounding Glory awaits for KOG 10. Reporter Tom Galvin found out more about a team of triathlon fundraisers and newbies gearing up for the Sunday King of Greystones. That's on as well. It's another thing that's on. And then the farming. Summer lectures on archaeology digs at Glendalough, bats and pounds. Mach 3 will help support farmers and reduce emissions, says Simon Harris. And preparation up grumps up for sheepdog trials. Committee member Donny hard at work putting up signage for prestigious international sheeping trials. That's a good thing there. And then Robert, there's an article then about, the way there's an article there, David Macliffe, painter Robert Harkes begins working life as a business exec in Arklo's boom years. But when that ended, he followed his heart, found out now in his 80s he still interacts international regard and recently won a French prize for his painting of a cafe. He does lovely painting there. With this week, The Garden in Summer, which will be at the Scala Museum in Rome. And I read a lot about art, but never had a lesson. I am lucky that I never needed one. It was all national. So that's the article then that's in the paper. And celebrity Wicklow Johnny Keenan meets fans at the Castleknock Hotel on Sunday morning before setting off to charge at the All Ireland final. He done a great job there, John Keenan. Congratulations on that. He done a great job at the final, I say. Canada game is a massive opportunity. I was saying this going to print. The ladies lost that match and out of the World Cup. They have another match there to play, Nigeria. I don't think there's any points even playing it. That's the way I look at that. And then in the Gaelic, Johnny Fox Cup Division 3 final, Bandarach 115, St. Patrick's 1-4. That was the match, says the scorers there. And then another match, Fenian Cup quarterfinals, Newcastle 2-11, Avondale 2-11. That match. And Bray, plenty to write home about as Dara delivers. For Bray Emmett's 13 points, Dunlavin 1-11. That was the match. That was Fenian Cup entertainments there. Blessington cruised to victory. Blessington 4-13, Ratnew 5 points. So that was a convincing win there for Blessington in that match. And then in the hurling, I see it was Masterson on song against Avondale Banderrick. This is the lighting protection senior hurling round 2. And this match was Bray Emmett's 22 points, Avondale 6 points. So the scorers then, Christy Morehouse, he scored 5, Brian Nesbitt 1 point. So Ray are playing great stuff there so far this year. They won the first 2 matches. I think they may have another match. And then the other match that was on round 2, Kiltegan 320, Era Oak 1-6. So that was another one-sided match. And then in the other match, Carnew Emmett's 21 points, Glenealy 11 points. Donahue loses a concern for dynamic Carnew men. So that's that score then. And then John's wonderful adventure of a lifetime. It's really a picture there. After from hearing from the rule preventing referees age 50 or over taking charge of is going to be changed, what could happen, Jonathan has hoped for the dream come true. A surge of pride was felt in the heart of the Wicklow people for enough to be sitting among the 82 crowds at Croke Park when John and his team officials, including Tinnerty, Tom Redmond, and Eddie Lennox, was announced. So that's shows you pictures there. There's lovely pictures there. They've done a great job there, the referees. It shows you him meeting the players there, shake hands for the match. And that was it. Then Bray too hot for Avondale. This was the intermediate. Bray Emmett's 5-10, Avondale 2-13. So as I was saying there, the in minor hurling championship, Carnew are winning in that, and there's a table there, and then Hearts Like Lions, Nancy Muffy Cup. The Wicklow Camote will take on Mayo in the Nancy Mile Cups this Saturday in Bohr. If anyone wants to go, they're playing there. And Simon's unforgettable Croke Park experience. It's a few Wicklow guys were playing there the last day, fifth class team. And then the matches now, the next day, Senior Football Championship actually is starting there. Tinahely versus Ratnew round Group 1. That's on, no, that's on August the 4th actually. And then on the Saturday, August the 5th, it's AGM and Antoka. Blessington versus Grey Emmets. That's a tough one, 5 o'clock. That's on next week's matches. And then this week's matches, lighting protection, intermediate hurling, Bray Emmets versus Kilcoole. And then the lighting protection senior hurling championship, Glenealy versus Sarah Og. And then there's an interesting match. It's on Saturday as well. It's on in Ockram as well, I think. Ockram, yeah. It's Grey Emmets versus Carnew Emmets, and the referee doing it is John Keenan. So that sounds a good match. Carnew and Bray. That's on Saturday, so that should be new. That's on at 5 o'clock. So that's the match there. I just thought I'd go through that. There are the fixtures there on the little fixtures there for the next day, and then there's tour company gets honored at World's Best Travel Awards. Vagabond Tours, based in Newtown, was established in 2022. I see got an award. And then there's a chef there. Edward Entertains. This week's Red Onion and Ghost Cheese Galeta. That's the recipe he has today. And then I'm just going to quickly through this, which I normally do. It's the car now that he's talking about this week is the new Merc-Benz EQ SUV. Available fast charging systems that drive us at an extra 2 km power in just 15 minutes. They're making great cars now. It's an electric car, I think. So he gives that a good review there. That car there. So that's the car, then that's on that. Go. And then I finish off as I usually do with the devastating bird flu is on the rounds again. Ted Tans, victim of blood tube being collected at the breeding site during the recent outbreak of the devastating disease. And then Pete Wedderburn writes, an diagnosis is crucially important. Sadly, is an elderly terrier who has been losing weight, so that's what he talked about today. And then the films on Sunday. Memento is on. It's Christopher Nolan's film. That's on BBC Two 11. And then On the Basis of Sex. That's another one. BBC Two. That's another film that's on. And then Molly's Game 2017. BBC Two 11:15. It's another film that's on. And this week in 1988, the chat that was Glenn Medeiros. Nothing's going to change my love for you. Flight of Wales, Paddy Riley, and that was another chat. So that's all of the thing. And then on the back of the paper, it shows you John Keenan and his officials as uh, as at the start before the match started. So that's the Bray People news there. I just thought I'd read it out quick in case there's anything there. And I was going to report on the Sky News thing, what they're reporting there. In NetWest, Pro surge as bank flees from Farage debacle. Donald Trump accused of ordering employees to wipe security footage as he faces new charges. This man simply won't go away, will he? He's trying to do more corruption, as I was saying there. I wouldn't be surprised what he's up to. Story of Sinead O'Connor's second Prince cover after vow never to sing another. So I see that Sinead O'Connor as well was planning a new album. That was on the news there last night. So that'd be interesting. I'd love to see how that goes. Kylie Minogue announces Las Vegas residency, according to the Sky News there. And the entertainment news, a lot of stuff there about Sinead O'Connor on the Sky News. Unprogelic and impossible to ignore. Sinead O'Connor rise to stardom and personal struggles. So that's that. And then the back to the RTE news. Supreme Court to give judgment on a quick appeal. Announcement to increase Garda visibility in Dublin, 10 million announcement. Fearless as Sinead O'Connor remembered at the visuals. And quick ball into endangerment can swing it for Kerry, according to this. US says Trump told employees to delete security footage. And Women's World Cup, England versus Denmark. So England are winning that match at the moment, 1-0 against Denmark. So that's that then. I just thought I'd make that. And then on the All Ireland final, that's on Sunday, a special match. It's going to be a close game, but I would pick Dublin the next day, just barely. But I think Kerry are going all out probably for the two in a row. that a lot of pundits there are making podcasts there on their predictions. They usually make them today, so that's probably what they'll do. Then they'll all pick Kerry, I'd say, and so I just thought I'd make a quick podcast and come back. As I was saying there, the week has been tough there on all the music people there that love Sinead O'Connor, which I'd be listening to her albums on Spotify, and someone said that on TV3. So I just thought I'd make a quick podcast, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be back with another one again. So thanks, and enjoy the air show over the weekend. I hope you enjoyed. So thanks for now, and goodbye.